and the Verizon line costs the town $327.03. If we disconnect these 3 unused phone lines immediately, it will save the town $1,017.75 a year.
Virginia?
Yes.
Quick question. Do we get up here to town hall? Do we internet service through?
We have internet through Cablevision.
Wouldn't it be cheaper to get internet and phone all one through Cablevision?
Have you read this since I gave this out at the town board workshop? Because that's what I recommend.
Because that's
Yeah.
Aaron and I switch. We save the whole
Absolutely.
pile.
In addition, thank you. That's absolutely
That's a
correct.
good idea.
In addition to unearthing these wasteful expenditures, I have looked at the comparative current costs of phone service, looking at Verizon, Cornerstone, and Cablevision Optimum. Cornerstone uses Verizon lines but has cheaper rates than Verizon, so the real comparison for us to look at is between Cornerstone and Optimum rates. For the telephones in Town Hall, in this note, I put all the months, but I'm not going to go through them all. The average monthly cost for all of the Town Hall telephones are $395.77. If we switch to Optimum, the monthly cost would be $359.45. Not a giant savings, but it adds up. And Cornerstone will be raising their rates every year as they have done in the past. Optimum rates will be locked in when the town signs on with them because we have 10 phone lines. They will never change. So the savings to the town will be using current rates, $435.84 per year for our town phones. For the highway garage phones, there are 2 Cornerstone lines. The monthly charge is $67.49 on average. If we switch those to Optimum, it would be $59.40, which adds up to $91.08 a year. By making these changes, the town will save $1,017.75 by disconnecting the unnecessary unused lines, and $526.92 a year by switching phone service in the town hall and the highway garage to Cablevision Optimum. And that's calculating at the current Cornerstone rates, as Cornerstone rates will probably go up year after year, and the Cablevision Optimum rates will stay the same. The calculated savings will simply increase. So, given that, I would like to make a motion that the town board approve disconnecting the 3 unused lines and switching our phone service from Cornerstone to Optimum.
Virginia, that one line was Verizon for the fire.
Yeah.
That doesn't function at all?
It doesn't need 2 lines.
Okay.
They only need 1 line that if there's a fire, it goes to the company, the response company.
Right.
And it doesn't need 2 lines, but we've been paying for 2 lines. But we don't need them.
Just wanted to make sure that
Yeah.
you can't disconnect all.
Yeah.
Is it fire, burglary alarm? Or all
It's not a burglary alarm, it's a fire alarm.
Do we need a separate line for the burglary? If you have it,
We don't have one.
I would think.
I have, at home, I have fire, burglary, it's all one thing.
It's all in one
But
line.
this is particularly for
But we don't
fire,
have it.
specifically for fire. That we don't have burglary in town. The front door is not wired.
Yes.
This is just for fire.
I would suggest.
I mean, if the board would like in a separate time to consider putting in a burglar alarm system in town hall, we can do that, but that's not what's happening now. This is just the alarm, the system that's in place now that was put in with the construction.
So I move,
Would you like, can you make the motion?
I make the motion.
Oh, I made the motion.
You made
So you second the motion?
I third the motion.
Okay, can we vote on the motion?
I vote yes.
Okay.
2 of these.
We're voting on the motion. All those in favor, Chris?
2 of these.
Okay.
But they've got
All right, we need to set a public hearing for the zoning amendment law that Bill has gotten to everybody.
On the internet.
What it deals with, as you recall, it actually deals with 2 amendments, 2 changes. One is not having somebody repurpose an unsightly vehicle or something and calling it a shed by taking the wheels off it. Pretty much what it is. It says accessory structure shall not include any repurposed container. And the other part of it is that if a landowner excavates or moves for a period not to exceed 1 year. A lot of their property they shall reclaim or restore the premises.
Somebody had a good point about that. I think this is great to have all of these changes, but someone suggested that if people are doing construction and they get delayed, that they may have excavated materials hanging around for more than a year.
Yeah, Bill, the thing is, like, if there's no building permit,
Oh, it was you that was
then obviously, because I mean, some food trucks probably go over a year.
That can be, we can amend the language. I mean, this is just a draft
Yeah.
to consider. It's obviously, you can't do it without holding a public hearing and referring to the county. So if you want me to amend that to put in the event that, building permit application each year, building permit application has to be renewed.
Yeah.
So it's up then to
So
the
then it's less than a
building
year.
inspector. No, but it does have to get renewed.
If there's,
Right.
if there's a current building permit,
Right.
then
I think that would be important, because some projects do get delayed and take longer, and think,
Did we set a public hearing date for this?
for next
Working on
month.
it.
Is there any chance of us putting this off another month? We have like 8 million public
Yeah, let's
hearings.
put it off till September or October.
That's a
Well,
good
I'm
idea.
serious.
it doesn't seem like it's urgent, but I will tell you, except, I mean, it's okay with me, except there's no crisis. But there is a resident who, a number of residents who have a neighbor, and all the neighbors around this one resident are out of their minds, because for years they have lived with their neighbor with a huge container that he took wheels off and says it's a shed, and originally our building inspector said it was only going to be temporary, but it's been many years now, so they're a little desperate, but it's not a crisis in the sense that, anything's going to happen.
Instead of trying to pass a law.
So we could put it off till September.
However, this legislation is not based just on one person.
No, it is not based on one
That
person, absolutely
It
not.
is a concern that the town
Sorry.
has as to the general construction and appearance of facilities in the town.
Yeah.
I mean, what's to prevent this particular individual from just putting wheels back on it? Nothing. So that doesn't really address the issue, in my opinion.
Well,
It does.
the issue right now is we have a law as to any storage shed, and it has to meet the requirements. If that shed is not currently permitted, then it's up to the building inspector to investigate and determine whether it's a violation or not. What we're looking at is essentially deciding whether we want to describe what can be used as a storage shed, what materials, etc.
I mean, I think there's a lot of questions with this, especially the second part about telling the property owners what they can and cannot do to the property. I think that's really pushing the envelope, to be honest with you. But we'll put it off and we can discuss it at some other point.
Can we set a public hearing?
We were talking about, what did you say, September,
If
October?
we could set it for September, that'll give 2 months.
Why don't you discuss it in August and then set in August? Set
Good
a
idea.
public hearing
That's
for
fine.
September.
Okay. The last thing on the agenda is that Sonny's, it is merely an announcement that Sonny's Deli, doing business as Uncle Sonny's Cafe and Pizzeria, has notified the town of an application to renew their license to sell alcoholic beverages, and they have submitted it to the state liquor
And
authority.
as of tonight?
We don't have to do anything about it.
No, I'm just,